Quite a fiery revolutionary etude. Never heard in some of these etudes. I've heard many performances.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my vlog of the very famous pianist Yunchan Lim's historic Carnegie Hall debut in New York City in 2024 February. This show sold out so quickly. I've never seen this hall block so packed with excitement. I was so happy to see so many fans from different countries, languages, and age groups. It really is a testimony to how Yunchan's music brings people together. The resale price of the tickets were through the roof. People are paying an extra $300 to even $700 above the face value. Honestly, some people are buying his tickets for the sole purpose of reselling them for profit. This behavior prevents actual fans from attending. I've seen so many fans who wanted to come to the show but couldn't just because the resale tickets were through the roof. I was talking to people around me and so many of them said they paid extra $400 to even $500 just to secure this ticket. I just cannot believe my eyes that I am witnessing this historic debut of Carnegie Hall. Just because this is the New York City landmark, presidents have spoken here. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. spoke here. Winston Churchill was here, Judy Garland, Liza Minnelli, Yo-Yo Ma, all these big names, David Bowie, the Beatles, like so many amazing, iconic people were here. And I just can't believe I am witnessing history. This gentleman next to me took the train all the way from Long Island to see his show. He's been a fan of Yunchan ever since he saw his performance of Van Cliven on YouTube. He's had this scarf for the past 40 years. I think it's so adorable.
Quite a fiery revolutionary etude. Never heard in some of these etudes. I've heard many performances.
I was fortunate enough to attend Carnegie Hall's public tour backstage a few days ago. This is our sneak peek. It really gave me an insight into the venue's depth history and why this building came to be what it is now. As you all know, this hall was commissioned by D. Andrew Carnegie, one of the richest Americans in history. Even though he was from a humble background, he was able to create this empire and give back to the society. This building is a testament to his philanthropy. In the last 18 years of his life, he gave away almost 90% of his fortune to his causes. That's roughly $7 billion today. You can see a lot of black and white photos on the wall. These were actually taken by a janitor long time ago, and Carnegie Hall loved them so much they permanently display them on the wall. This really showcases the different artists from different paths of music. You can see Yo-Yo Ma, a classic cellist, next to Audra McDonald, a Broadway musical singer. It really shows how Carnegie Hall is dedicated into showcasing different and diverse musical artists. Another fun fact, every time I come here, I always wonder what's the deal with all these free Ricola cough drops. Apparently, they get free sponsorship, and they gave out almost 800,000 cough drops in 2018 alone. This is Edison's light bulb that used to light up the main hall. This is a building that it almost got turned into. This is the opening night program from 200 years ago. You can see that Tchaikovsky was the opening act that night. This is a shovel that they use, designed by Tiffany & Co. I think this is so funny. This is an autographed copy from the Beatles program from their 1960s invasion. If you look closely, it says John McCartney instead of Paul McCartney. Apparently, Paul McCartney got so mad that he wrote over that typo, so his autograph is right on that letter. Everyone knows the joke of, how do you get to Carnegie Hall? The story comes from a pedestrian on 57th Street who saw a magician getting out of a cab. Without missing a beat, the magician replies, "Practice, man, practice." The punchline is often attributed to an anonymous magician or a taxi driver. At some point, the line was given a triple flourish. Practice, practice, practice. According to Carnegie Hall, they do not know the exact origin of the story, but they do have a few hypotheses. Regardless, this joke is one of the things that make this hall a New York City landmark. The gentleman next to me gave one of his Ricola cough drops. Love it. The standing ovations lasted forever. He had to play 4 encores. He went back and forth literally 20 times. I counted. I have a video proof. It really felt like I was seeing a rock star concert. Everyone was so in love with this man. They were so mesmerized by his performances. They would not let him go. It was so amazing. What was so special about tonight's encore? Well, to begin with, there were 4 of them, and the very last one was a literal encore, meaning the player had to replay one of the pieces that he played already from the main show, which I have never ever seen happen. To quote a short excerpt from the New York Times article that was published the next morning, it says, Chopin's complete etudes are only an hour of music, but that hour is one of the most difficult and stored in the piano repertoire, a daunting yet irresistible gauntlet for musicians who model themselves after the old school. I know Yunchan Lim also has said something like this before, but I also agree that music is one of the few things that are immeasurable in numbers. As in, we live in a world, especially in New York City, I do feel like we live in a world we're obsessed with numbers, achievements, dollar signs, facts and figures, but music is one of the few things that really touch the soul and really cannot be defined correctly, which I do think is something that we all need, which is something very essential for the humanity. As a longtime classical music fan, it really makes me sad because a lot of young people, especially my generation, they do think classical music is boring, it's difficult, it's expensive, it's exclusive, it's elitist. But I really hope Yunchan Lim and all these young pianists paving the way, a new generation of artists, really help people break down that barrier and ease into the amazing world of classical music. After the show, a lot of the fans rushed to the stage door. It's where normally the artists come out, sign autographs, take photos, exchange pleasantries. When I got there, there were a bunch of people at the stage door, and it was so funny because so many of them were dedicated fans, as in they fly all over the US just to see his show. Like, they were dedicated. And it was so funny because most of them knew each other. There were so many moments where the fans saw each other and was like, oh my god, I saw you at the Boston show. Oh my, you're at the Carnegie show too. And this other lady were like, oh my god, I saw you at this like other location show. I can't believe you're here too. So they all kind of knew each other, which I think is so wholesome. It really was seeing a rock star. I was talking to this lovely lady and she says she flew all the way from Seattle just to see the show. There really is something very special about Yunchan Lim's performance and him as a person. Just look around. There are so many people who fly all across the country just to see him. He really is a one of a kind, and I'm so glad I'm living in the same generation as this amazing, talented artist. And with that, I hope you enjoyed my video review of Yunchan Lim's historic Carnegie Hall debut. Please take a moment to like, comment, or even subscribe. It's always nice seeing and connecting with other fans on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you. Bye.